You could be doing everything right, skipping the daily coffee, packing your lunch, feeling proud of yourself, and still end the month wondering where your money went. That's not bad luck. It's usually one of a handful of habits so small you don't even notice them happening. Some of these are going to feel obvious. A couple of them are going to hit different. Let's get into it. Habit number 1 is treating small purchases like they don't count. A $5 delivery fee here, a $2 app purchase there. None of it feels like real money because none of it feels like a real decision. But your brain has a blind spot for anything under a certain dollar amount. It files it as basically free. The problem is your bank account doesn't do the same math. 10 of those $5 decisions in a week is $50 gone to things you'd struggle to even list by Sunday. The fix isn't guilt, it's just visibility. Start noticing the small stuff instead of mentally rounding it down to 0. Habit number 2 is what actually causes habit 1, not tracking where your money goes at all. Most students don't overspend because they're careless with money. They overspend because they genuinely don't know their numbers. You know your class schedule down to the minute, but you couldn't tell someone what you spent on food delivery last week. And when you don't track it, your brain fills in the gap with a guess. And that guess is almost always way more optimistic than reality. You don't need a complicated system. You need one number. What actually left your account this week? Habit number 3 is only budgeting for the expenses you expect. Rent, tuition, your phone bill, those are easy. They show up every month like clockwork. But it's the irregular stuff that wrecks a budget. A textbook you didn't plan for, a laptop charger that dies the week of finals, a friend's birthday dinner you didn't see coming. Individually, those feel like bad luck. Add them up over a semester, and they're often bigger than your actual planned expenses. If your budget only has room for the predictable, every surprise becomes a crisis instead of just an expense. Habit number 4 is letting subscriptions run on autopilot. That free trial you signed up for during finals week, the streaming service you forgot to cancel after summer break. Subscriptions are designed to be easy to start and just annoying enough to cancel that most people don't bother. One subscription at $8 or $10 a month feels harmless, but most people aren't paying for one. They're paying for 4 or 5 they signed up for and mentally checked out on. That's $50 a month leaving your account for things you're not even using anymore. Habit number 5 is the one almost nobody talks about: social spending pressure. Splitting a bill evenly when you only ordered a drink, saying yes to a trip because everyone in the group chat is going. This one's sneaky because it's not really about the money in the moment. It's about not wanting to be the person who says, I can't afford that. So instead, you spend money you don't have to avoid a conversation you don't want to have. The people worth keeping around will understand a simple not this time. The ones who don't were never really about the friendship. Habit number 6 is convenience spending, paying extra just to avoid a small inconvenience. Ordering delivery because cooking feels like effort. Taking a ride share because walking 20 minutes sounds annoying. None of that is wrong on its own, but convenience has a price tag, and most people never actually compare it. A meal that costs $4 to make can cost $15 or $20 delivered. That gap, paid over and over, quietly becomes one of the biggest leaks in a student budget. Not one big mistake, just 100 small trades of money for comfort. And that brings us to habit number 7, the one that ties everything else together. Never separating your want to spend money from your have to spend money. When it's all just sitting in one account, every purchase feels like it's coming from the same unlimited pool, so nothing ever feels like a real trade-off. But the second you set aside even a small amount, specifically for guilt-free spending, could be $20, could be $50, whatever fits your reality, everything changes. You're not tracking every purchase out of fear anymore. You're just watching one number. And when it's gone, guilt-free, because it was already meant to be spent. Here's the thing about all 7 of these. None of them are about being disciplined or perfect with money. They're about awareness. Most broke months aren't caused by one big mistake. They're caused by a bunch of small decisions nobody was paying attention to. So Pick just one of these 7, the one that made you go, yeah, that's me, and work on that one this week. If this actually made you see your spending differently, there's another video on this channel that goes even deeper into exactly that. Probably worth watching next.